Hi, welcome back to One Acadiana's Candidate Conversation Series. I'm Keely McGivney, and this is Andre Bro here on the team at One Acadiana. We're bringing you candidate conversations so you can get to know folks who are running to represent you for offices across Lafayette Parish.
That's right. And for this conversation, we're joined by Brandon Rodrigue, candidate for Lafayette Parish School Board District 9. Brandon, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, having me.
Let's jump right in. Tell us, who is Brandon Rodrigue, and let us know some of your background in the community.
So, first and foremost, I'm a parent. I have 4 children inside of our school systems. By no means necessary am I your politician type. I'm just a parent who's tired and want to make a difference and do better for our school system and our students, teachers, and supporting staff as well. I have done a lot of things. I helped down with the hurricane down in Dulac, where I'm originally from. I was born in Dulac, but I lived between Youngsville and Dulac my childhood. So being back here and wanting to run for school board in Youngsville means a lot. I also, was involved with a water company here in Youngsville for Windy Meadow subdivision called Tessie, with trying to get the residents in this neighborhood a better water provider. And eventually Tessie finally left. But I want to make a difference in our school systems. I know I can't change the whole entire state's education, but I think if with good changes made, that we could set a precedent that other parishes will be like, hey, they're doing something positive in Lafayette Parish. Maybe we can follow suit and eventually maybe collectively bring in Louisiana out of the hump of being ranked last in the nation in education.
Well, it's great to get to hear more of your background, and you talked a little bit about it just now. Has kind of made you want to run for school board. Is there anything else that inspired your run for school board, or at this time?
There's actually been a lot. It really started, with beginning of COVID. With all these restrictions that was put in place. I, for one, like I said, I have 4 kids in school, and when my children's medical exemptions was denied by the former superintendent because she said she wanted to leave the medical decision up to professionals, it kind of was like, all right, wait a minute, something more is going on. Parental rights was thrown out the window. Us as parents had no say so in what was going on with our children's health and medical decisions. Just as of now, parents can't even, our elementary school, us parents can't even go inside of our elementary school. We're actually locked out and have to wait outside for them to go and get our children. Transportation is being a big major issue with our children, us parents getting last minute notifications that, all right, the bus ain't gonna run, or bus isn't running in the afternoon. Us having teachers that we can't retain teachers because they don't want to work for this current administration of school board. It's sad. We need to make proper changes in our school system. So it's really not just one thing. It's a lot of things across the board that, just made me decide, all right, somebody needs to step up, and I'll do it. I'll do what I have to do. Even if I don't win, I'm still trying to make a difference. So
it seems like you're already thinking through the issues that you would want to address if elected. Is there anything else that rises up as a priority for you, or do you want to say anything more about those priorities? We'll start with short-term issues, things you would want to address in the short term.
So first things first, the main thing we definitely need to address right now, which seems to be the major problem across the board, is actually our transportation issue. As a parent in the school system, I know how hard it is to try to leave work last minute to try to get my kids from school, especially if I'm on a job. And, that's tough. We got to figure some way to get more bus drivers in here, even sub bus drivers, maybe look at rate, look at benefits. I know we have the money inside of LPSS to be able to do something for these bus drivers, to be able to assist them in more actually wanting to stay.
Well, and if we continue down this line of priority issues you've been considering as you look to the school system in the future, are there long-term priorities, or some of the things you already discussed long-term priorities for you, or priorities you think the school board needs to focus on in the years ahead?
I think what we really need to focus on also long-term is try to figure out a way to retain these teachers. My logic behind this is, if we take care of our teachers, and give them the proper support that they need, they in return will do good on our students. Our students are our future in this country. So if we take care of our teachers are also going to take care of our students. If we show that we actually care about our teachers, give them the proper breaks that they need, the proper support they need, we can retain good teachers, and we can get good teachers wanting to come back here and come to this parish. I think doing that in the long term and finding ways to maintain our teachers here and get new teachers in will help our students in the long run as well. And getting more parental involvement in our school systems. That has been put on the back burner. Parents are not involved as much because we're not allowed to be. This current board and this former superintendent would not allow us parents to be involved. And anytime we spoke up against it, I'm myself for one is an example of it. We were labeled as pretty much terrorists. They would send police officers to us because if we didn't agree and we spoke up against them, they would try to silence us. Or get us forcibly removed from school board meetings and open meeting violations. They would it was very troublesome to see that this was allowed, and actually board members did not step up to stop any of this to parents. So we need more parental involvement. We need to protect parental rights, support our teachers. That's my number one thing, support our teachers.
As an economic development organization, one thing that one Acadiana is asked by a business that's looking to move into our area or a talented professional that's looking to move into our area, they always want to know about the public schools in the area. If you were talking to somebody who was interested in moving into Lafayette Parish, what would you tell them about public education in Lafayette?
We have amazing teachers that work here. There's not one teacher I can say anything bad about that's taught any of the 4 children that live in my household. They're very open. They care about the students. It's really a great environment. Our school systems have great staff. Give it a chance. Give Lafayette Parish a chance. There is, like everywhere else, there is things that we need to work on. But once we get the right people in there, we can get those issues fixed. But our teachers are amazing.
You said give Lafayette Parish a chance. I think you're asking the voters to give Brandon Rodrigue a chance. Take a minute to make your case to the voters of District 9. Why should they vote for Brandon for school board?
Because I'm a parent. I'm a parent who's fed up with the nonsense and the nitpicking that's going on in our school systems. Instead of focusing on the size of a lunchbox, let's focus on what can help our children in the long run. Let's focus on, all right, how do we get a hold of bullying issues that's been going on in Lafayette Parish that's not being handled properly? How do we get in there and make it better for our students and our teachers and us parents? I'm not a politician by any means. I will not sugarcoat it. I'm just a parent who's fed up, and I want to be a parent that comes in and makes proper changes for our students and our teachers and Lafayette Parish in a whole. And of course, District 9. But, I think we're all one together. I think it's going to take a collective effort from all the districts across the board. But we need more parents inside of our school systems and less politics in our school systems.
Well, thank you, Brandon. We truly appreciate the time you've spent with us today to help the community get to know you. And that leads into our last question, which is, how can voters get in touch with you? How can they engage with Brandon, learn more about you as they look to make their decision?
So there's several ways. Right now it is, via email or telephone number. I don't have no problem giving anybody my cell phone. I will talk with anybody. It doesn't matter where your political lines lay. It doesn't matter at all. I'm willing to talk with anybody, even if we don't agree on certain things. It does not matter. Conversation is always good. So they can email me at brodrigue for the people, the word for FOR, the people at gmail.com, or they can reach me directly on my mobile phone, which is 337-230-2169. As far as social media, I don't have a social media page up yet. I work in the oil field, so it's kind of rough, but I'm doing everything myself also. Like I'm not getting endorsements or, I'm not going out asking for money. I want to show them that I'm doing this on my own for my personal reasons, for our students in Lafayette Parish. So yeah, they can reach me directly on my cell phone or via email. Or if you can, you can reach me on my private Facebook page. If you want to message me on Facebook directly at Brandon Rodrigue, that's fine too. As far as political page, I don't have one. I'm not a politician. I'm a parent.
Well, thank you so much again. All right, everyone, that was Brandon Rodrigue joining us. He's a candidate for Lafayette Parish School Board District 9. Brandon, thank you so much again for joining us, and good luck in October.
Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all for having me.